Regular attendance in class is an important factor to a student's success in school. An integral part of the learning experience is the interaction between students and teachers. One indicator for success is good school attendance. Francis Howell North sets its attendance goals based on the standards set by Missouri Department of Elementary and Secondary Education. DESE now measures attendance based on 90-90, meaning 90% of students will be in school 90% of the time. This accounts for all absences, both excused and unexcused. To achieve 90% attendance for the year, you can miss no more than 4 days per quarter, 8 days per semester, or 16 total days for the year. There is no difference between excused and unexcused absences when calculating your attendance percentage. School attendance is a law. All parents and guardians having the custody of a child over the age of 7 or under the age of 17 are required to have their student attend regular school, and students are required to be there. In order for an absence to be excused, a parent or guardian is asked to report that child's absence within 48 hours by sending a written note to the school or a fax, email, or phone call. Failure of the parent or guardian to notify within the 48 hours could result in the absence remaining unexcused, and there could be school discipline for unexcused absences. Unexcused absences are any time there is failure to notify. Unexcused absences would be reported for things like oversleeping, being stuck in traffic, missing the bus, etc. Unexcused absences could count as truancies, and truancies are subject to discipline. Students who arrive at school after 7:40 a.m. have to sign in at the attendance office. A written note, an email, or a phone call from a parent stating the reason for the lateness should be given within 24 hours. Otherwise, that part of the absence could be considered unexcused and discipline could follow. Students who drive to school and are late more than once could have their parking privileges revoked. Tardies are disruptive to any class. Therefore, students are expected to arrive on time. If for some reason a student is detained by a teacher and administrator, the student should have that person provide a pass to enter class. The number of tardies are accumulated throughout a quarter, and there are guidelines on this slide to tell you the discipline for each number of tardies. Please take a look. If a parent or guardian knows ahead of time that a student is going to miss more than 3 days of school, they can make prior arrangements for work to be collected. In this case, a form must be completed and approved, and then work is given to the student prior to them being absent. In this case, work would then be due when the student returns. Normal makeup work procedures are when a student returns from a regular absence. At that point, a student should ask a teacher about the work they missed, and general guidelines state that you have 1 day to turn in that missing work per days missed. While you are absent, you should always check teacher websites or any other notification procedures that those teachers have. And if you are going to be gone for any extended amount of time, you can call and have homework sent home with a friend or another sibling. For students who might be out of school for more than 3 weeks due to a condition, homebound instruction is available. This would be an approval process through an application based on the condition of the student that they are unable to attend school. Students needing to leave campus during the day must have prior permission from the attendance office. The procedures for this are as follows. You need to sign out in the attendance office. You must then receive a pass that will be provided to the security guards outside the building. Students will not be excused from school when they have forgotten something like homework, clothes, or money at home. Students are not to leave the school building or school grounds during the school day without permission. This includes lunch periods and passing periods. Anyone who leaves the school building or campus after their arrival in the morning could be subject to disciplinary action. Students who are enrolled in the work program are obviously allowed to leave school during the day. However, a few rules apply. If you can go to school that day, you should be going to work. If you are too sick to go to school that day, you should not be going to work. If you are going to miss work or school and you are in the work program, you should be notifying your teacher and your workplace of the absence. Failure to adhere to the work program rules could result in dropping from the program. Students who are enrolled at Lewis and Clark Tech School might be coming to school late or leaving school early. The rules state that if you do attend tech school that day, you should attend FHN. And if you attend FHN that day, you should attend tech. Students can be excused from either FHN or Lewis and Clark if there are special events at the other school. Mrs. Rachel Faulkner in the guidance department is the contact for Lewis and Clark. Thank you so much for your attention. Please remember that school attendance is also tied to things like exam exemptions and your overall academic success. We want you to do great. Thanks.